Why did you tell me to come over here? Is it something to do with Angie? No, that's not it. Rudolph put a cigarette in his mouth and toyed with his lighter. Though he should have done this easily, he somehow managed to mess up several times. I wanted to take this to my grave. No, to hide it away in a cat box. If I just kept my mouth shut until tomorrow night, I'd be able to do that. It'd be easy. I might be killed tonight. That's what I wanted to talk about. I knew it. I knew you were hiding something. Did you? Guess I still need more practice. If it isn't about Angie, then who is it about? You aren't talking about Asumu-san, right? It's about Battler. It comes to the same thing. I've tried to behave as an adult towards Battler-kun, right? Even though he's Asumu's son, I've tried to treat him the same as Angie. I do think of him as a child in our family, so don't worry. He's not just a kid in our family. He's my kid and yours. I'm sorry, but you'll have to let me draw the line there. You don't get it. He's my kid and yours. What? You didn't have a stillbirth. Asumu did. Back then, when I was double timing the two of you, I got myself stuck and couldn't find a way out. You don't mean... Asumu and I were married. You and I were cheating. Then Asumu had a stillbirth, and you gave birth. My head was a mess with it all. The sin Rudolph committed when his mind was at its most chaotic was to switch the two babies. I was even better off financially back then. I was young, and I didn't give a damn about what lengths I went to. I threatened the hospital while slapping them with money, and switched your kid with Asumu's. If Kairi had a child, Rudolph would have to maintain the two households. However, if Kairi had a stillbirth and the child who survived was Asumu's, that would settle everything. The stillbirth might even have given him a chance to break off his relationship with Kairi. It was a grave sin, one that simply couldn't be forgiven as an act of youthful enthusiasm and immaturity. That's why I should be apologizing to all three of you. I forced Asumu to raise a kid that wasn't hers. That woman wasn't anywhere near as generous and accepting as she looked. There's a chance she figured it out. However, she raised Battler, who loved her as a mother with all the affection she had, and in Kairi and Battler's cases, he had to atone for an even greater sin. He stole every moment of every day family life that they should have shared as mother and son. Until this very day, Kairi had believed that Battler was Asumu's child. Though she had acted kindly towards him, on the surface she had always kept a distance in her heart between herself and Asumu's son. Finally, Rudolph's conscience had been unable to bear seeing her like that. But Kairi sank into a crouch, unable to speak. Feel free to curse me. In fact, I couldn't complain if you killed me where I stand. I agree. That's how horrible my sin against you is. This is a secret I wanted to confess before the cat box closes over us. Battler-kun? I'm so sorry, Kairi. And to you, Battler. Come to think of it, we've already gone through a ton of puzzles. Yeah, now there's only George Oni-chan, Jessica Oni-chan, Battler Oni-chan, and Beatrice left. Oh, they're finally here. We could hardly wait. Thought you might have forgotten about us. Finally, we challenged George Oni-chan and Jessica Oni-chan. Sorry to keep you two waiting. So, did you think up some incredibly hard ones for us? We decided to give you one puzzle together. My, even one riddle from this pair sounds challenging. It's a special puzzle we made just for Angie-chan, so good luck. I'll solve it. I'll definitely solve it. Do I still get 2 petals? Okay, then let's go. Jessica-chan, let's set them out. There you go. They placed 3 small, colorful, cubic boxes on the table. 2 of these are traps. The other has a medal inside. Does it have 2 medals? Why do I only get 1 medal from there? Angie-chan, do you think you can guess which one has the medal in it? Not without a hint. That would just be luck. That's right. So far, this is just a test of luck with 3 choices. In other words, your odds of winning are 1 in 3. George, this isn't a quiz. It really is just a test of luck. The puzzle comes later. Let's continue. Okay, Angie, which of these has a medal inside, do you think? Let's just say the first one that pops into your head. A red box, a blue box, and a green box. There's no way to know which one it's in. This really is a test of luck. In a way, this is even worse than a hard puzzle. After all, if you solve a hard puzzle, you'll always be right. But in the very beginning, I picked the almond with a 1 in 15 chance. Compared to that, a 1 in 3 chance is 5 times easier to get. There's no point worrying about it. Might as well just test my luck again. Then this one. The red box? Then let's see this box right in front of you. Wouldn't it be great if there was a medal inside? So, let's start with a little warm-up. What's the probability of the medal being inside that red box? 1 in 3. That's right. If this really is a simple test of luck. Yeah? Are you sure, Angie? Are you absolutely sure you're happy with that red box? After all, we're going to make you open it in a second. If it's a trap, it'll be really scary. What is it, a landmine? What? Jessica Oni-chan grinned threateningly. Are you happy with the red box? The medal might be in the blue box or the green box. Do you want to change your mind? It's not fair to them for them to scare me like that, not after I've already made my choice. And I know, all of the boxes have the same probability of having a medal in them. Whether I try to open the red box or change my mind to the blue or green boxes, the probability will be the same. So stick with your first choice is my motto. I'll stay with this red box. I won't change my mind. I'm happy with the red box. I'll bet on it. That's the spirit. But seriously, the traps are terrifying. Why don't we show you just how scary they are? What, is somebody gonna die? Jessica Oni-chan laughed creepily, then opened the green box. And then, bang! Pumpkin monsters and ribbon came flying out of the box. It scared me a little. No, that's a lie. It scared me a lot. If that came flying out of the box I opened right in my face, I might fall to my knees and start crying, but now you expect it. Angie, are you sure you want the red box? Something really scary might come flying out, okay? Are you sure you don't want to switch the blue box? I'm not scared. I'll stick with the red box. Ha, you're going a bit overboard, Jessica-chan. So, one of the boxes is now gone and there's only 2 left. This is where the puzzle starts, Angie-chan. You mean which box is the medal in? We have the red box that's been sitting in front of you the whole time, the blue box in front of me, which has a higher probability of having a medal inside. They both... It's still equal. Though there has to be a trick. Even though we don't know what's inside, there are 2 boxes with 50-50 chance of medal being in either. They're both the same, aren't they? I thought that too. Still, that would make the answer too obvious, wouldn't it? Agreed, that's why we're checking Ava. Plus, I just want to hear what you have to say. I wonder if there's some trick here. Or that itself might be the trick and the obvious answer could be the right one. It might be one of those classic puzzles that trips you up by making you think too hard and suspiciously. I have 2 questions for you too. Is that okay? Go ahead. Who do these 3 boxes belong to? You, Jessica-chan? Well, yeah. In other words, you know which colors are traps, right? Yeah, of course. Thanks. And now for my second question. A second ago, you opened one of the boxes to show us how scary the traps were. Would you have done that no matter which of the boxes Angie-chan chose? That's right. I figured giving her a bit of a scare would make for a nice psychological warfare tactic. Thanks. Those hints will be enough. Hints? Huh? I'm completely lost. How were on Ava's questions just now hints? I honestly don't know. Obviously, it's got to be some sort of trick for one of them to be a higher probability, but I don't know. I don't know. Yep, I figured. Will you at least explain the answer? We started with 3 boxes. When they set the red box in front of the odds of the metal inside, obviously 1 and 3. At the same time, the odds for the blue box were 1 and 3. The odds of the green box. Just going to change over the green box, so there were only 2 boxes left. Odds 50. So why was it wrong? It was you, George, wasn't it? You thought this puzzle up. Did the Monty Hall problem even exist in 1986? What is the Monty Hall problem? I'm not familiar with this. I'm going to hop on Google. Monty Hall problem is a famous probability puzzle based on the American television show Let's Make a Deal. It demonstrates that when a host reveals one losing door and gives you the option to switch doors, you must switch to double your chances of winning. Okay, even though I read it, that doesn't make sense to me. Let's read this a little more. Behind one door is a brand new car, behind it are goats. Pick one door, the host knows exactly what behind each door opens one of the other doors. Okay, I understand, like, I'm reading the part where it's like, oh, there's 3 doors, and, you know, one's got a car and 2's got goats. And the idea is that, okay, if you pick the one with the car, he can pick either door at random. But if you pick the one with the goat, then he has to pick one, you know, he has to pick the one with the goat. Which you're saying, oh, that increases your chances to 66, and if you stay, you're at 33. But even though I understand how they're explaining it, I don't agree with this. Like, I understand what you're saying, but it's just, I don't agree with the concept. There's 100. There's even a more. They say, oh, 100 doors, more intuitive example. If 3 doors are too abstract, imagine a problem using 100 doors. How does that help? There's 1 car and 99 goats. You pick door 1. The odds of picking the right door off the bat are 1 out of 100. That means 99 chance car. Okay, the host, knowing where the car is, opens 98 of those doors. Host, knowing where the car is, opens 98. I mean, I understand what you're saying. But obviously that means that, okay, the answer you want me to give you was, you know, that the blue one now has the higher probability of having the prize. Nope, not until 1990. It's a puzzle that already exists in Angie Chan's world, so I thought it'd be okay to use it. George Nissan ran me through the answer, but I was totally lost. Anyway, I don't get the details, but in this case, the odds of the blue box having the medal are about twice the odds of the red box having it. Yeah, I mean, I had to look it up, but I'll say this. I understand what you're saying and why you're saying it, but it just doesn't feel right to me. Like, it just... I don't like it. I mean, I agree that I did not get the answer correct. I agree that I did not, you know, have the reasoning that they came up with, but I don't... Okay, is anybody out there a mathematician, and do you actually agree with this? I mean, you probably do. But it's just, I feel like I want a second opinion. Twice the odds. Even if there is a difference, I thought it'd be a tiny one. Probability is hard. Didn't Oni-chan once say that people who don't get probability should never go gambling? You know, I've never been to a casino or anything like that. That being said, like, there's games like Dragon Quest VIII. I played quite a bit of gambling in that, but the thing is this. I could just save state, gamble the highest amount. If I lose, just reload my save. If I win, well, cash in, save again, and then re-gamble everything at the highest amount possible. I can take the long shot bets with the lowest probability of success and the highest payout, and then just spend an hour listening to System of a Down while I just reload save states until I eventually get a jackpot. Because I'll never gamble for the rest of my life. That's actually probably best for you. Aunt Ava nodded and patted my head encouragingly. Ange-chan, could you come over here for a second? What is it, George Oni-chan? George Oni-chan and Jessica Oni-chan were calling to me from the window. Aunt Ava was talking with Mom and the others, and since it looked like they'd be a while, I went over to George Oni-chan and Jessica Oni-chan. What? It looks like the quiz tournament is almost over. Yeah, there's only Battler Oni-chan and Beatrice left. I'm starting to get sleepy. It's probably because of that adult drink I swiped from Dad. I felt floaty ever since I drank that. That floaty feeling keeps getting stronger, and I've been feeling sleepy for a while now. I gave a huge yawn. Sleepy? Yeah. If I had a sofa, I'd probably fall asleep. I see. Then I guess it's almost time for this party to end.